What is up, everyone? It is Cameron here today with another video. Eden Zero Chapter 2 came out, and it was just as awesome as the first one for me. Oh my god, so I don't know what's going on, but this seems to be like a parallel universe of Fairy Tail. So many things are just like correlating. At the end of this chapter, I know I shouldn't jump to the end, but there's a character introduced who looks just like Urza, exactly like her. Her name was even similar. It was Elsie Crimson. Urza Scarlet, Elsie Crimson. That's a little too close. I don't know. I like what he's doing. I mean, what if really Hiramashima planned for this to be an alternate reality, alternate dimension than Fairy Tail, kind of like a parallel? Like, that'd be kind of cool and unique, you know? I feel like he should come out and say if that's what he was trying to do. That'd be something that at least I haven't seen before. Alright guys, so in Chapter 2, we visited our second planet, Blue Garden. This place is really cool. It seems like we're going to be revisiting this place over and over again. It might be the main city or hub. It's a really big city. Kind of looked like a futuristic New York City, actually. I guess a lot of people meet up here. It's really cool because this is Shiki's first encounter with other humans. You know, he was raised by robots his whole entire life, and now he's seeing humans for the first time. And right away, Rebecca tells him that not all humans are good. And then, of course, Happy gets kidnapped by a bandit. And we see this tirade where Shiki is chasing around the bandit, and we get to see some more ether gear being used, which I'll get back to that in a minute. But first, I want to focus on Happy. Oh my gosh, spoiler alert. Happy is a robot. He is a robot. We see this. I don't even know how to explain it. Like, we get a backstory about Rebecca and Happy, which is pretty cool. So, apparently, Rebecca was raised like an orphan, and she met Happy, and Happy was all alone. And I find it interesting because when she initially meets Happy, she says to him, like, who are you? Why are you here? Whatnot. And he doesn't know. He thinks he was thrown away, which still leads to me having so many questions about this being the same Happy that was in Fairy Tail. Like, I don't know, like, what if this story somehow wasn't an alternate reality, but happened before or after Fairy Tail? I don't know. Maybe something crazy happened and Happy lost his memory. I don't know. It's also, they say in the chapter that the cat, Happy, is from Exceed, but they spell it differently, and I don't know if it's pronounced differently, but it was even noted in the chapter that it was spelled differently than what it's spelled in Fairy Tail. So they are making a point of that. But I don't know, I find that really interesting. So we get a backstory. We get, I don't know, glimpses of it, but we're not given the whole thing. I'm sure there's more to it. But we see Happy, like, killed. So if you didn't like Happy, for some reason, I don't know how you could not like Happy. But Happy was destroyed and became a robot, and that's how he is when he's with Rebecca. And it's funny because the bandit thinks he has Happy, and Rebecca calls him in, and Happy turns into guns, and Rebecca is shooting the gun, and that's how we get into the ether gear, because we're still seeing what Shiki's powers are all about. We're seeing him use like gravity and all kinds of different abilities. I'm interested. I don't know too much about how it's going to work. I feel like there's going to be lots of different possibilities, which is great. But the bullets for the gun that Rebecca used were ether bullets, which is cool. And apparently they can't kill someone. So she was shooting. She must be a sharpshooter, which I like that concept. I like sharpshooters, especially with pistols, because she has dual-wielded pistols. And there are guns in this series, because one of the guys they're fighting pulls out a Gatling gun, which is pretty wild. You don't see that too often in series like this. Alright, so one thing that I speculated, I'm sure a lot of you guys did, it was confirmed in this series that there is going to be a lot of robots and androids throughout the whole entire series. This was confirmed because once we figured out that Happy was a robot, he pointed out to Shiki that there were other robots and androids. He even pointed to a civilian that looked like a human, said, that's an android right there. You know, this is a future-esque series, so you could have assumed something like that. But, you know, when we went to the first planet, we saw all the robots who raised Shiki, and it was pointed out that that was kind of like an abandoned place. So I didn't know if they'd given up hope on robots or what that was going to be like throughout the series. So that was pretty cool. I was hoping there was going to be robots and androids and whatnot. So that'll be interesting to see how that works out. One thing I thought was cool they talked about in this chapter was BCube. So that is their equivalent to YouTube. If you post, you're a BCuber. So Rebecca is a BCuber, just like Lucy was a novelist. And Rebecca makes vlogs, which sounds awesome. She travels to different planets, documents her and Happy's adventures, and it looks like it's going to be obviously Shiki since he's the main character of the story. So they're all going to travel around, and she's going to continue to post, and I guess she is a famous BCuber and makes her money that way. I think that's a cool touch to add to the series. You know, some people might not be crazy with the similarities between this and Fairy Tail, but I really liked Fairy Tail, and if something's not broken, you don't quite need to fix it. And he could make the Fairy Tail series a lot of people wanted from what we actually got in Fairy Tail and fix it with this new series, Eden Zero. So it's going to be interesting to see how things play out. And if one day maybe you'd say, yeah, this is a parallel universe, like a futuresque, or what if the whole time this, I don't know, somehow it was Fairy Tail and they were under some kind of spell or curse? I don't know. I mean, there's all kinds of speculation I have still. This, to me, is almost like conspiracy theory. This whole series, I don't know, it's weird how similar things are. They talked about the character like Urza, Elsie Crimson, like the way she looks, I'm excited for that chapter, and she's even the armored princess. That's crazy. All right, guys, well, thanks for watching my video. I'll be posting again real soon. I hope you guys enjoyed it. See ya.
Like and subscribe.